Day 2 at the Apia International in Sydney, where many of the biggest names on the WTA were looking to fine-tune their preparations for the first Grand Slam of the season. But before the second day of the Australian Open warm-up got underway, there was some brief rest time for the players who got glammed up for the pre-tournament party. Caroline Wozniacki had plenty to celebrate, the Dane having just announced her engagement to golfer Rory McIlroy.
Guess you're always going to love Sydney from now on.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's a very special place for me, and you know, we got engaged on New Year's Eve, so it's a very special place for me, and will be in the future as well.
The 23-year-old was hoping her happiness off the court would translate on it in her opening match of the new season against Julia Goerges. Wozniacki was forced to pull out of last week's Brisbane International with a shoulder injury, and a lack of match practice looked to be troubling her early on. Goerges has also been struggling with injuries. She had to pull out of qualifying before being awarded a lucky loser spot in the draw, although showed no signs of discomfort. The German, who's been ranked as high as 15 in the world, rounding out a sublime set of tennis. Wozniacki bounced back in the second set, though.
Oh, what a stunning stop volley from Caroline Wozniacki. She hasn't come up the court too often.
The former world #1 capitalising on errors from Goerges to level the match.
It's all beginning to unravel a little for Goerges. Wozniacki has taken full advantage.
The world #10 dominated play in the third, although Goerges, now ranked 73 in the world, did put up some late resistance.
That's brutal hitting from Goerges.
Wozniacki would close out the match in the end, though, and get her 2014 season off to a winning start.
There it is. It's a gutsy win for Caroline Wozniacki.
She'd play the winner of Lucie Safarova and 2010 French Open champion Francesca Schiavone. Safarova had beaten the Italian in all 3 of their previous meetings and looked set on making it 4 in a row. This one of 3 consecutive winners she hit to get the first break.
Oh, how good was that from the Czech?
And the 26-year-old kept that advantage, although did need 6 set points before taking the opener here. Schiavone showed some of her skills at the net as she fought to stay in contention at the start of the second.
It's nicely played as well. Let's take the initiative.
But Safarova gave as good as she got to stay in control of the match. And after breaking for a 5-4 lead, the world #27 served out victory to book a second-round clash with Wozniacki.
Another win over Francesca Schiavone, her 4th in a row over the Italian.
Elsewhere, 5th seed Angelique Kerber was looking to get her first win over Dominika Cibulkova in 4 meetings between the pair. The German led by a break at the start of the first set, but Cibulkova, a finalist here in 2013, came storming back.
Oh, anticipated beautifully by Cibulkova.
The Slovakian, who lost to Agnieszka Radwanska in last year's final, continued to fire some stunning winners past Kerber.
That's outrageous. What an angle.
But with an untimely double fault, it was Kerber who'd take the opening set.
It's Angelique Kerber who gets it on the double fault from Cibulkova.
With the momentum in her favour, the world #9 played better in the second set. Although she was unable to close out victory serving at 5-3, Cibulkova doing her best to keep hopes of another run in Sydney alive.
Yeah, pays for the drop shot. Wrong choice of shot, in my opinion, that.
Kerber held her nerve in the end, though, and another error from Cibulkova would hand her the second set, and with it the match. She'll play Kaia Kanepi in round 2. Finally, fresh from her run to the semi-finals in Brisbane last week, Jelena Jankovic took to the court against Ekaterina Makarova. Perhaps fatigue was a problem for the Serbian, though, as it was Makarova who had the better of the early exchanges.
Oh, that's amazing tennis. Amazing stuff. And how about Jankovic's defence there?
The Russian world #23 broke to lead 5-4 and served out the set to take a surprise lead.
And that's a wild one from Jankovic.
Jankovic's woes continued in the second, the former world #1 unable to get a foothold in the match as Makarova raced into a 5-1 lead.
Oh.
And an ace from the world #7 in doubles would seal Jankovic's shock exit. Makarova now progresses to face Carla Suarez Navarro in the second round. Defending champion Agnieszka Radwanska will be hoping to avoid a similar fate to Jankovic when she opens her Sydney campaign on Tuesday.
I have really good memories from here, so always exciting to be back. And of course, it's never easy. Sydney tournament is always pretty strong, so well, looking forward for my first match, and I'm going to try to defend my title.
The Pole, who finished runner-up in the Hopman Cup last week, will face Bethany Matek-Sands in her opening match.